Can a riot be stopped with just one phrase? Let's travel back to 47 BC. Just imagine a crowd of angry legionnaires in the square, making loud noises and expressing their discontent. Suddenly the figure of Julius Caesar appears in front of them, throwing only one word to the masses: quirites. Hearing this, the legionaries not only stopped their mutiny, but begged the dictator for forgiveness. Why did this happen? That's what we're going to talk about today. In the summer of 47 BC, Gaius Julius Caesar was 53 years old. He spent many years away from his homeland, fighting with the Gauls, then against his former friend and co-emperor Gnaeus Pompeius Magna. At the same time, he had to fight with various local rulers, trying to test the strength of the shaken because of the civil war, the power of Rome. Here and in 47, he had just returned from a war against Pharnaces II, son of the great Mithridates VI, king of Pontus, who wanted to restore the empire of his ancestors. In the days of his youth, Julius Caesar would probably have shown wonders of bravery in this war, drawn up a cunning plan, and eventually defeated the enemy after several years. But now the Roman general was no more. He had recently conquered not only Egypt, but also the heart of its queen, the beautiful Cleopatra, who bore him a son, who was named Caesar Ion in honor of his father. And his father was obviously tired of constant warfare, although in these wars he won victory after victory. Having received news of the rebellion of Pharnaces, Caesar did not even begin to waste time to gather troops, and with a small detachment landed in Cilicia. Why here? First, so that you do not have to go far, because Pontus was located very close. Secondly, in this area was recently defeated by Caesar Gnaeus Domitius Calvin with the remnants of his legions. Third, not far from Cilicia was Galatia, which was ruled by King Dictator, who supported Caesar's rival, Gnaeus Pompeius Magna. To both of them Caesar said roughly the following: "You are guilty before me, but I will forgive you, in the event that you give me troops for the war against Pharnaces." Both politicians, Roman and Maloasian, did not argue with the victorious Caesar and obediently gave him what he demanded. Caesar went on a campaign, met the army of Pharnaces near the city of Zela, now it is the territory of Turkey, and defeated it in 3 days. Then he went home to Rome, having sent a message to the Senate. Previously, Caesar would paint his great victory, and then would compose memoirs about this war, but now he limited himself to literally 3 words: veni, vidi, vici, came, saw, won. It was a turbulent time in Rome. Citizens were dissatisfied with rising prices and interest charged for late payments, and soldiers resented the fact that they were not given dismissals and the land they were entitled to upon retirement. The veterans were angry and demanded the privileges due them. When Caesar realized that a bloody rebellion was coming, he immediately began to restore order in the empire. He cancelled some of the debts and issued a law on loans, more favorable to citizens. In doing so, he tried to pacify the rebellious population. But even this was not enough, because the soldiers' rebellion was quite dangerous, as Caesar realized that he would not be able to resist an entire army, in case of an attack by rebellious veterans. When the legionaries gathered on the field of Mars, Caesar's advisors suggested that he should not meet with the soldiers, but he still went to the podium. Upon seeing the dictator, the soldiers began to shout their demands loudly. Caesar said literally the following: "You are dismissed, disperse, citizens." The whole point was in that last word. Citizens, meaning civilians, was not how the military was addressed in ancient Rome. Caesar made it clear that all rebels were henceforth considered civilians. Among other things, this meant that they would not be taken to a new war in Africa, where rich booty was expected. They would only receive their due pay and nothing more. However, many soldiers after such an incident literally begged the dictator to take them with him again for another war. Caesar, of course, pretended to doubt, but still forgave the soldiers and sent the legion in another battle. The main instigators of the rebellion still received punishment in the form of a reduction in the promised rewards, but thanks to the coolness of Caesar still managed to suppress a very dangerous for Rome rebellion.